all right, y'all. Day 2 of the play-in tournament. Um, of course, it's your boy Rudy Gay at Rudy Gay on all platforms with my esteemed colleague.
Devin Ferguson, D_Fergo on all platforms.
I feel like as many times you say that, you should be better at it.
I mean, I'll get there.
Everybody, you gotta work with Dev, man. This is his first time really in front of the camera, and after 20 episodes, so he trying to get better.
Something
Anyway,
about saying your name, man. It's not good. It don't work for me.
okay. Well, first game for the day: Bulls versus Raptors. Here's my thoughts. I'm gonna talk to you about the first half. I think the Raptors did a good job of trying to keep the ball out of DeMar's hands after they saw he had a hot start.
Okay.
For the most part, I think they kind of got Chicago out of their sets and out of everything. You know what I'm saying? Pascal had a great first half.
Big.
Real big first half. What else? I think it took Zach LaVine a little time to figure out the game plan because they were speeding him up. You know what I'm saying? In the first half, I don't think he played well at all. Obviously he picked that up in the second half, but the first half, and you know what I'm saying? That's when you know you're a good player, when you can turn it on at any time. You see the team needs you and you turn it on. Vooch was not Vooch today. And you would think playing against Toronto, where they have Jakob, who is a pretty good defender down there. Other than that, really don't have anybody else for as many minutes as Vooch plays, and I expected more out of him. Okay. Obviously, you're going to need more out of him for the next game, and it's going to be tough for him guarding Bam, because Bam is, Bam is a guard.
Yeah,
Bam is a guard. So we'll see how that works out. But Barnes was balling too. You know what I mean? He had a great game for, he's one of those players that I was skeptical about this year.
Sure.
It's early in his career. I'm not saying he's going to pan out. I was skeptical because I didn't see the growth in him like you would expect out of a rookie of the year. But he really showed up. Unfortunately, like we said before, Zach LaVine turned it on. And I guess he figured out they're trapping DeMar.
He turned into Michael Jordan in the second half.
You getting crazy. You get crazy.
What do you have, about 30? What he had?
He had
32?
He had 17 points in the third quarter.
And he had 32 in the whole second. He was like Michael Jordan. He was
17 points in the second quarter. In the third quarter, excuse me.
In the third quarter, yeah, he turned it on. I wasn't expecting that, but he was locked in. He was ready to go.
They had a lot of skepticism about, Zach being in Chicago. But, I think that was basically because at some point I felt like he was trying to compete with DeMar. And I think the fact that DeMar is who he is already will free up a lot of space for him to be who he wants to be.
Right.
So I think that showed today because they started out. Obviously, Toronto's a team that knows DeMar, so they did not want him to get going. And that opened up space for him to have 17. It's 17 in the third quarter. I think a lot of players kind of try to compete with their teammates instead of playing with them. And I think DeMar made it a lot easier for him today.
Okay. All right. I think with Toronto, like you said in the first half, I think the threes played a big part in that first half. Like Chicago, so I seen the stat before the game. It was like Chicago's 30th on made threes or the percentage or something like that. And I think that really got them out of whack. Like Toronto was hitting those threes in the first half, and then the defense picked up. Pat Bev, liquor store. He's a liquor store guy, like my man Swaggy P said, call him as a role player. You can just pick him up from the store. He'll go play hard, and I think he led that charge defensively to get Chicago back into it. And then, like you said, DeMar, he was out. He was hot about that foul. He ripped the towel, and Zach was like, I'm gonna take it over from here, and he just went from there.
Yeah, that was one thing that scared me about going to this game. Chicago's not a big 3-point shooting team, and it was evident in the first half how they were playing. It's like, when you trap a guy that has the ball dominantly and he doesn't have any shooters around him, it's tough. It's tough for a team, but they found a way. And that's what you got to do in these situations. You got to find a way. In playoffs, it'll be tough. Next game will be tough, and if they do get into the playoffs, we all know it's going to be tough because they end up playing against who? Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
They'll end up playing against Milwaukee. So
the next thing play Milwaukee.
We all know that's going to be tough. So you know what I'm saying. That was a game of, look, we go in the second half. We learn what we did from the first and try to win this game. And they did that.
So what do you think? So your boys next game, Miami, Chicago.
Miami, Chicago.
Yeah, you got two close friends going against each other.
Yeah, I'm not going to vote for anybody. I just don't think it's not a good matchup. Period. Okay. So, however that way, I don't know which way it will go, but they don't match up well against each other at all. So I don't know how they'll approach this game. Honestly, I don't even know their record against each other this year.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I really don't even know. So it's just a not. We'll see. We'll see. Miami's a team that fires up threes, play junk defenses, and try to get you out of the game. And Chicago's a team that shoots a lot of twos, has two go-to scorers, and a lot of players that kind of help them. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that next game is going to be a good game to watch.
Really good game. I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
I just want to say that watching the game tonight, Fred VanVleet kind of reminds me of myself. I think my game was kind of like his.
You think you look like him? That's what it is.
No, I don't look like him.
Devin, there's not one bone in my body that makes me think that you play like Fred VanVleet.
I shoot the 3-ball, and I control the tempo.
Then you ate it because you look like you ate it.
Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing, but Fred, he's a little
like you, man. Look, one, you got him by at least 20 pounds.
No.
You got him about 20 pounds.
No.
He's not the tallest. Fred's probably like 6 foot, 6'1".
Okay.
Okay, so you had a whopping 5'9.5".
On a good day.
You might got him by 10 pounds.
No way.
Just based off the, what I mean?
No way.
Your face, you got him by 10 pounds. Bro.
No way. No way.
If anybody, look, let's go a little backstory. This is my middle school point guard.
Yeah.
Middle school was a long time ago.
Long time ago.
And for him to say that he plays like Fred VanVleet, I hope Fred ain't listening. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about high school years. That last, my last year, I let the threes fly.
Bruh, I was 6'8" senior year in high school. I played like Shaq. So what are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. That's my last.
No, that means nothing. That's what I'm trying to say.
It really doesn't mean anything. I just had to get that off. I just had to let people know I could shoot the three.
You know what? And that's how we're going to end because I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Perfect way to end it.
Speak easy, playing. Holla at your boy. Oh, there we go. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
What, drinking?
That's why. Yep, it was that.
What kind of wine is that? Box wine?
Nah, that's a cab.
That's a good cab.
Good cab.
You make box cab.
They do make box, but it's not a box. This is Josh.
I don't mind Josh.
That's a Josh.
I don't mind Josh.
There we go.
All right, y'all. Drink some Josh, man, and watch some play-in games.
Yeah, we're checking with y'all on the next one.